Hey folks, if you're seeing a plaster on screen, that means that my missus has won and I've finally gone and had snip, and now I can't get up steps to get to Liberty Junction, so I'm ghost. Because I knew you'd be missing out, I thought I'd do you a pre-recorded video which I've done here, and I've just waited for it. Isn't that good of me, look? So this is my Accurascale sound fitted class 37 jobby. It's squeaky clean, and it's too clean, and to be honest, it doesn't really do it for me. Look how squeaky clean it is. So I've wanted to weather this one for a while, and I'm going to do it grotty. And some people, I know for a fact, are going to think I'm about to ruin this model with what I'm going to do to it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Most of Liberty Junction's grotty, and this train is about to become the same. So I've had a look at a couple of real ones, and it's found as grotty as I could find, and I'm going to do a bit of a combination of these three ones that I've got. This one I like a lot. I really like how mucky that grill is. I really like how it's got like almost white staining, yellow staining on roof. And then there's little bits of it that look quite clean still. So that's the kind of look I'm going to try and do. Never used weathering powders on a loco before. It's a first. I don't care. I'm a madman. To take body off, there's a clip there, there's a clip there, and there's a clip on the other side there, and there's a clip there. And then you just literally pull it away with your finger, body lifts off, and it's beautiful. I'll tell you what, look how crackers massive my fingers look. They're not as big as that. That's just a camera trick. Anyway, look, I'd already clipped it off like Blue Peter style. So I just had to lift it off, but I made it look like I was doing it, but I weren't really doing it, tricking you a little bit. So I'm going to be honest, the reason I've took body off this is I didn't want to damage any of these intricate components that this Accurascale's got. I've already lost a bogey chain on one of them. I can't remember which one it is. It might even be this one. And also I didn't want to get any garbage powder down into the circuit board. So I thought, I'll take it off and do the job right, and look at that. I'll go weathering powder on Mrs.'s dining table. So I quickly slip in a bit of cardboard like it's never happened. Anyway, so I started masking these windows up. I really need to buy some Mascol. I had a right wise guy idea that I could cut window wiper shapes out of masking tape, and I really couldn't do it, and I appreciate this looks absolute nonsense. So basically, I just put it on, and then it's just crazy. And I weren't overly bothered on this bit, because when I did my class 24, I fully painted windows up with everything, didn't I? And then I managed to get them back with a little bit of thinners, so I thought I'll just do the same with this. But I tried my best to get them somewhat like. I really need to get some of that Umbral Mascol to do proper nice shapes, but I just can't get round to it because there's a million things I need to spend my money on, and Mascol's not one of them right now. So I made a bodgy piece there, but then I came out with this idea, look. Bit of blue tack, boom shack attack, look at that. And I can spread it on with these devices. These are them brushes of my missus's, you know, for nails. On this side, they've got these fancy little boards. I think that's basically for putting paint, and it basically puts a dot on your nails. But it's good for doing blue tack like this, look. As you can see, I'm making a right pig's ear of it, but who cares? And then other side, it's got a right nice fine brush on it. I noticed she'd moved them back into her own personal dressing room. Like basically saying don't use them again, but it's tough, innit? You can't give me them once and then say you can't use them anymore, because it don't work like that. That's not what marriage is all about, I'm afraid. Have you seen that Dawn Quest woman who's about recently? She's getting loads of views at the minute. I reckon if I got my missus to do my videos, I'd get some decent views and all. Because my missus says when she's got a bit of slap on, she doesn't half look decent. So she won't do it, though. I've tried to get her in bikini and everything for you, but she's having none of it. Anyway, this is what it's looking like. It's all masked up. It's either masked up or blue tacked up. Simple. And basically, at this point, I could have stopped and gone back and it'd have all been good, but instead, sprayed it with some matte varnish in the style of a maniac. Right, weathering powders. I've got light earth, deep rust, light rust, desert yellow. I've got some brown and some black. So basically, I didn't really know what I was going to do with these. I planned to mix a few of them together and just see what comes. It's as simple as that. There's no going back. Of course there's not. So I nicked our lass's phone, look, and I've got that little photo there, and I've got that there like I'm some kind of professional artist. But as you can see now, that's had a coat of clear coat, and it's looking very matte. And these bits of yellow on this roof, I'm going to try and replicate that on this one. So I've got a bit of that desert yellow, and I'm going to mix it with some of this light earth and try and get something like, because that yellow's bright as can be yellow, and it looks garbage on everything I've ever tried it on. So I'm going to blend it down with a little bit of the other one, and I'm just going to paint it on like a maniac. Look, get ready. So what you find with the weathering powders, usually if this had not been matte primered, these would have hardly done out, but the stick proper good to roof, as you can see. And I basically just try and copy a pattern of that photograph basically as to roughly what I think. Any old nonsense will do really, won't it? Because let's face it, it's so unique, that other one. It doesn't have any uniformity to it. It's just how it is. So you can't really get it wrong, I don't think. That's my theory anyway. That's why I'm not bothered about basically almost ruining 300 quid's worth of train. Just on a bit of a side note, if you've got no to do and you're a bit bored and you want something to entertain you for a few days, why don't you book yourself in for a vasectomy? I tell you what, absolutely appalling that is. I don't even know now if I could turn back time if I'd ever be doing it, but I'm in a predicament. Anyway, look, it looks absolutely garbage on roof at the minute, but I thought it would anyway, so that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work it across with another brush. I cracked on like a madman, and I just did this. Look at the state of it. It's grotty as out. Basically, I've got that mixture of yellowy to earth. I've got some black, I've got some brown, I've got some black and brown, and that's about it. And I basically, this what first pass, this has not had any toning down yet, so if you're thinking, oh my god, yeah, it's not been cleared over for one, which will tone it down some, but also before I clear it, I'm going to take some of it off as well. So I'm just doing a few shots here. I don't even know where I'm at here, but I clean that number panel up, and here's a bit of an outdoor view, and look at that. I don't think that looks too bad at all, mate. I really wanted it grotty, don't get me wrong. I know it's minging grotty, but yeah, I quite like it. I quite like that. I don't mind that. I thought it would have been a lot worse, and I've done some little rusty bits, look. I don't know. One thing I did from this video is I put some little blobs of rusty, I put some rust with some clear coat on the bogies. As you can see, look, it stands out like a sore thumb, and I went back over that after seeing it outside, and I thought that's a little bit too much, that, so I've dulled it down a bit. So I know it looks like I've cut my finger and bled all over it, but I've basically fixed that since. Use my little blue tack to cover them dials up, and yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. You'll have to let me know what you think. Like I say, I know some people think I've absolutely ruined it, and there on bottom left, you see how it were clean and then it's mucked over again. That's because I saw that on a real one when I were at Doncaster Station the other week, and I thought I'll try and replicate that, and that's why it looks like that. I did clean it off and then go back over it again. What I found with this technique with powders and matting it up first, because I didn't on the blue 37 I did with that black wash, because you're washing that away with thinners, it's really easy to clean it off. Well, because this is really stuck decent onto the matte varnish, these weathering powders on this front yellow section, you've got to really get some going with water on your cotton bud to get that to come off, even some of it to come off. If you use thinners, it'd come straight off, but I didn't want to do that, so I just took it back a little bit. And I wanted, like I say, I wanted it grotty. I wanted it to look mucky, and I'm quite happy with it. And as you can see, look, with roof cleared, that yellow's really toned down quite a lot. You can only just see it in places, but I quite like it. Put a bit of smoke on. I did a bit of airbrush smoke as well. I don't know, and this is it on layout, so see what you think. I put some buffer splodge on buffers so that my mate Steve doesn't threaten me, because he didn't like red buffers one bit. He was getting really annoyed and aggressive about that, so hopefully me having them grubbed up, he'll be happy, it'll settle him down. I think he's got some kind of phobia or some kind of disorder about buffers. So basically I'm just trying to medicate it for him. So just a bit of a slow pass there out at station, look. And then some weathered wagons behind it, which they're only lightly weathered, they're factory weathered jobs. I think I'm going to have to grotty some of them up a bit more as well. Now I'm getting into amateur weathering. I do like a bit of amateur weathering. It doesn't scare me, does it, either? That's the thing. Some people will be frightened to death of it. I've even got Drone Man off. I knew he'd get me a decent shot, and I reckon he has. Look at this. So here we go. Look, nice and grotty, that front end. Look, it's minging as can be. Minging as can be, that. And I like it. I do like it, I've got to say. So I'm 3 locos in now with my weathering, aren't I? I've done an airbrush weathering, I've done powders weathering, and I've done washers, the black wash weathering. I'm like, it's like a compendium of weathering, isn't it, from Liberty Junction? I can't think of any others now, apart from leaving it out in sun to get actually weathered by the sun with UV damage. So I might try that, but I probably won't. Actually, that bit of silliness has just made me think I could do some fading, couldn't I, and fade one up, but I don't know which one I'd do that to, if any, at the minute. I'll have to have a little think about it. I still want another large logo blue 37. I really want that one that proper chuffed's got on his, that Inverness TMD. I really, really like that Hilton. And if you weren't overseas, I'd be definitely sending Ladderman round to try and drive it back to mine when you're at work or something. Anyway, back to this. Look, it doesn't look bad at distance. I don't think it does. Like I say, I know there's people that don't like having weathered wagons at all, so they're going to think it's fully ruined. But you grotty wagon lovers, I think they're going to quite like it. I'm hoping. Well, I'm not. I couldn't get monkeys, to be fair. But as long as I watch this video and give me some comments, even if it's abuse. I even like abusive comments, because I can't be offended. But yeah, there it goes, over at Viaduct, and that's about it. Job done. Thanks for watching, folks. Let me know what you think. When my bollies calm down and I can get up ladder, I'll do some more filming up there and whatnot. But at the minute, there's no chance I can't do ladders. I'm starting to kind of realise now what Ladderman were worrying about with ladders. That maybe he'd just had his bollies done. Yeah, they feel like they're on fire. That's why we're sat in a load of flames right now. Anyway, I might have another one pre-recorded manta that I've done in anticipation of not being able to do it, because I think about you guys so much. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it, folks. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so. And me uploading this video will mean that them pretend subscribers that keep unsubscribing might not unsubscribe. Cheers.